Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers.
The week's top headlines from American Angus Association headquarters include a look at Russia's shutdown of U.S. ag goods.
We meet the American Angus Association's newly named president of Angus Genetics Inc.
A Kansas producer uses carcass data to target the certified Angus beef brand, and how Florida customers are demanding quality beef.
This is the Angus Report. Hello, I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. The American Angus Association announces Dr. Dan Mosier as its newly hired president of Angus Genetics Inc. AGI is a subsidiary of the association and oversees the organization's genetic research and development efforts, as well as furthering the advancement of genomic enhanced selection tools and the weekly release of the National Cattle Evaluation. Mosier has 15 years' experience in genetic research and teaching in animal breeding and genetics, and has provided genetic consulting services to the industry for the past decade. He's served as the faculty coordinator for the K-State Purebred Beef Unit and served as the Breed Association liaison for the NCBA Carcass Merit Project for the past 6 years, in addition to other numerous titles and industry involvement. Mosier was the unanimous selection of the AGI Board of Directors and will also serve as the association's Director of Performance Programs. He begins his new responsibility September 1st, and be sure to tune in next week for an extended interview with the AGI president.
Russia's ban on U.S. ag products could have larger impacts on Russian citizens than the American farmers and ranchers. Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced a one-year ban on several U.S. ag products, including beef, poultry, pork, fruit, vegetables, fish, and dairy products. The ban is a retaliatory move from Russia, which has endured sanctions from several countries as a result of mounting unrest in Ukraine. Russia's ban on ag products also extends to the EU, Canada, Australia, and Norway. Feedstuffs magazine notes that while Russia is an important trading partner, such maneuvering will mostly limit Russian citizens' access to more abundant food sources. Food prices there have already reportedly increased 2 to 3% per week. One of the most difficult conversations on the farm or ranch involves what to do with the family business upon retirement, passing the operation from generation to generation. Succession plans include some tough questions, but often the biggest hurdle is just getting started.
There's no silver bullet for a family that's looking to transition. The one key is to get communication started early in terms of expectations. The most common mistakes that I see are planning that takes place based on tax reasons. So it's basically the tax tail wagging the dog. It may not be the best thing for the family in their own situation, but some professional comes to them with an idea that will save them taxes, and they implement on it, and then they only find out that, yeah, they saved a lot of taxes, but it really wasn't going to achieve their goal. Once you determine what your picture should look like in your own mind, then bring in your professionals to say, this is what we want to have happen. Now, how can we implement this from a technical solution? My recommendation is, the people that you know and the people that you trust are a good place to start. Secondarily, and not far second, is make sure you're working with specialists.
You can hear more from Dave and learn about succession planning during the 2014 Angus Means Business National Convention and Trade Show, November 4th through the 6th in Kansas City, Missouri.
The House of Representatives passed a bill that supporters say could modernize the Endangered Species Act. The Public Lands Council and National Cattlemen's Beef Association reports the Endangered Species Transparency and Reasonableness Act combines 4 previous bills intended to update and improve the Endangered Species Act of 1973. Producer groups argue that the Endangered Species Act has been ineffective, with less than 2% of species on the list ever reaching recovered status, all while creating significant hurdles for farmers and ranchers' ability to stay in business. The House bill calls for data used for ESA listing and proposed listing decisions to be made publicly available, and it would require the Interior Secretary to report and track all litigation costs associated with the Act, among other restrictions on legal fees. Although the bill faces an uncertain future in the Senate, it does question the manner in which the Fish and Wildlife Service directs the listing process.
The USDA issued its monthly agricultural supply and demand estimates, reporting some big numbers for corn yields. Both corn and soybean production is expected to reach record levels for 2014 and 2015. Corn yields are pegged at 14 billion bushels, with average yields of more than 167 bushels per acre. That's good news for cattlemen feeding corn and corn byproducts, and some ag economists were actually expecting even more corn to go around, for everything from feed to exports to ethanol. Estimates for ethanol and export use did see a bump in the report, with a 100 million bushel increase in projected usage. We go now to Jenna McCrow with a look at news you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Crystal. There's always an impressive lineup of Angus cattle during the association's Roll of Victory show program. And the final point standings for the 2013-2014 show year have been tabulated and will be announced in the September Angus Journal. The winning show bull of the year is XR Blue Chip 1877B. The August 2011 son of Dameron First Class is owned by Express Angus Ranches of Yukon, Oklahoma, Harris Penner of Mill Creek, Oklahoma, and Conley Cattle of Sulphur, Oklahoma. To view complete standings, including the show heifer of the year and sire of the year, pick up the next issue of the Angus Journal. And later this fall, the competition continues as Angus cattle enthusiasts travel to Louisville, Kentucky for the North American International Livestock Exposition. The Junior Angus Heifer Show is scheduled for Sunday, November 16th, and the Super Point Roll of Victory shows are Tuesday, November 18th. The ownership deadline for the Junior Show is September 15th, and all cattle must be entered to show with the North American by October 1st. Entries can be submitted on the website at livestockexpo.org. And that's what you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Jenna. When the Angus Report returns, how a Kansas cattleman uses carcass data to boost quality and earn premiums.
And we travel to sunny Florida to learn how the beef raised in America's pastures is driving demand along the coast.
Visit Angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
Your herd, your business, your family. You've always protected what matters most, so you know how important vaccinations are for healthy cattle. And with Vista vaccines from Merck Animal Health, you know you're covered. No other vaccine works like Vista. Only Vista gives you complete dual-action pneumonia protection and complete one-dose fetal protection for the entire pregnancy. Protect what matters most. Talk to your veterinarian or animal health supplier about Vista.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.
Horn flies cost cattle producers nearly $1 billion a year. They interrupt grazing, cause loss of blood, and impact your bottom line. By incorporating Alticid IGR into your supplement program, you can prevent the emergence of adult horn flies. Alticid IGR will significantly reduce stress on your cattle. For pennies a day, you can control the most costly parasite and increase your profitability. Contact your feed supplier to incorporate Alticid IGR today.
Blackstone Cattle Company is holding its 7th annual production sale August 31st at the farm in Mineral Point, Wisconsin. The sale is managed by Cotton & Associates and starts at 4 p.m. The sale features several elite females, including 3 daughters and a heifer pregnancy out of Blackstone's top donor, New Design 0545. Visit cotton-associates.com to learn more about the sale. Blackstone Cattle Company, genetics chiseled in stone.
The sun is up, the heat is on, and your cows are under stress. Keep them cool and keep them grazing with VitaFirm Heat, a complete mineral and vitamin supplement for your cattle. Research proves VitaFirm Heat improves performance and feed utilization during summer's hot days. VitaFirm Heat is loaded with organic zinc, copper, and B vitamins to fight stress caused by heat and fescue. Plus VitaFerm is powered with the AmaFerm Advantage, ensuring abundant rumen microbial populations for improved feed utilization. The heat is on. Keep your cows cool and keep them grazing with VitaFerm Heat. Learn more at VitaFerm.com.